time is always moving forward. We're always moving forward. Similarly, imagine you're a little butterfly and you're flying towards this direction, which is right. But there's another butterfly who's flying in this direction, which is left. But this butterfly's left is actually this butterfly's right, and vice versa. So technically, nobody is moving backwards here. Everyone is going in the same direction, which is forward in their mind. That is why we have such a thing called absolute value. Instead of x, I'm actually going to put the number sign here. So absolute value is denoted by these little bars. So you'll see those bars around a number. And what it really means is it is asking you how far away is that number from 0. Imagine we're on a number line. Let's even say that I'm a little butterfly. How far away am I from 0? Well, I am 7 spaces away. Now, I'm this butterfly, and I'm in this direction. How many spaces am I away from 0? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm 7 spaces away. The math that we just did here is the same thing as solving this. So here we have absolute value bars, but this time we have a -7 inside of the absolute value bars. So when I look at the distance, I'm 7 spaces away from 0, so my answer is 7 here. So let me ask you a question. Is this true or false? So since I have a negative value inside these absolute value bars, it is asking me how far away I am from 0. So even if I'm a negative number, I'm still 2 spaces away from 0. It doesn't matter if I'm over here or over here. I'm counting for space or time. So what would my answer here be? It would be 3. And if I had a negative number inside, it would still be 3. Now let's say I have a negative number on the outside of the absolute value bars. So first I find the absolute value, which I get 3, and then this negative comes down. So my answer is still, or is -3 in this case. And let's say I had a negative on the outside and the inside. Well, I'm going to bring down the negative because it's outside of these absolute value bars. If it was inside, it's a different case, but in this time, it's outside. And then the absolute value of negative 3 is 3. So I still get negative 3 here. Sometimes you'll come across operations inside of absolute value bars, just like the absolute value of 2 minus 4. So first, let's do 2 minus 4, which is negative 2. And we bring the absolute value bars down because we still haven't solved for the absolute value. And what's the absolute value of negative 2? That would be 2. And that's my final answer. Alright, let's do these. So 3 minus 5 is negative 2. And we still need to solve for the absolute value, and we get 2. So because we're adding a negative, the problem actually turns into 5 minus 2. Here we get 3, and the absolute value of 3 is 3. And that is how we do absolute value. Alright, and here are some practice problems for you guys, and you can find the solutions to these at the end of the video.